So Anne Mumbi Waiguru was elected governor of Kirinyaga County for the first time in 2017, and that made her one of only 3 women governors in the country back then. Of course, she was re-elected in last year's election for her second term, riding a fierce political storm against the backdrop of numerous controversies that have followed her throughout her career. Well, she now shares her leadership philosophy with NTV's Zainab Ismail on NTV Presents.
We know a little bit about you as governor, as a technocrat who served in the cabinet. Just give us a glimpse of who Anne Mumbi Waiguru really is, aside from at least what we know in the public.
I think there's nothing other than what you already know. I am a wife, a mother, a sister, a friend to many. And lastly, I'm a politician. I mean, that's what I do on day to day.
Maybe just talk to us as well about where it all began, your career in public service. Talk to us about that, and what are some of the reflections that you have in this journey?
I got into public service many years ago. At the time, I was working with the World Bank. And even then, when I was doing the work I was doing with the World Bank, it's because I had an interest in public service. I used to say that one day I'd like to be a PS. I think I was 28 at the time, and between 28 and 32. And I worked in the development world, coordinating some programs of the bank with parliamentarians. And then an opportunity came, and I was seconded to the office of the president then, President Kibaki, in the public service reform as an advisor to the PS of reforms then, Joyce Nyamoya. And that's how I got into the service. After that, now I ended up in the National Treasury, and then now in cabinet, and here I am as a politician. So I have always had an interest in making a difference. I could have been anywhere because I also worked a bit in the private sector with Citigroup and all. But I think the most fulfilling thing for me has been to work in the public service, to make decisions that have an impact in ordinary people's lives. So in politics, I got here almost, let me say, by default. It wasn't like a plan. After I left cabinet, I had thought, now this is it. I was considering different things that I could do, maybe re-entry into the public service in a different position. And I got people who said, no, I think you can do politics. And I wasn't convinced. So they persuaded me and put me in a situation where I actually decided to try it out. And so we agreed that we will come to the county, have a feel of interacting with local communities, and see what people think. And many of the people are very positive, and that is how I ended up running for governor of Kirinyaga County. The rest is history. I'm now doing my second term.